Hey guys, what's up? It's Brendan Siren and welcome to my new series worth the download. In this series I'll take a look at the free PlayStation Plus games every month and see if they're worth downloading. Let's get into it. The free game this month was Sniper Elite 4. I've always wanted to play one of these games mainly because of the slow motion detailed kills like you see in the background now, but let's take a look at the story. The game is set during World War II in Nazi occupied Italy. The year is 1943. You play as a British mercenary called Carl Fairburn. He is sent in Italy in order to save the country from the grip of fascism. As well as that, Carol must stop the Nazis from deploying a new weapon that could stop the Allies' resistance against Nazis before it even begins. He also has to join forces with the Italian resistance leader, who distrusts the Allied forces. I won't go into any more detail in case you want to play the game yourself. The story isn't anything special though, it is easily forgettable. Let's move on to the gameplay section because I feel like that's more interesting and where more stuff happens during the game. I have to say, the game does look pretty good. It's not the best, but it does look authentic like you're actually in Italy. The button input is really responsive as well, and the slightest movement is charted on the game really well. When controlling Carol and running about, it's very smooth and responds well, especially when aiming down the scope, so I give the developers props for this, did do a really good job in mapping it properly. The AI is a hit or a miss though. The snipers, officers and the reinforcement called troops when you're spotted, but perform really well in the game, but the usual ground troops are a bit dopey sometimes. Like if you're spotted and just loop around, like once you get spotted you can they'll tell you where the last position is, so you can just move away from it and go to the back. And once you do that, they will still be shooting at where you previously were, and then you just pick them off easily, just go behind them and stab them easily. And if they're in the bushes, they won't look free in the bushes either. I don't know if it's intentional, but it makes the game a little easy sometimes. One of the first things you'll notice about the game is how over the top the kills are, and I mean this in the best way possible. It will show you exactly where you hit them, and it will show you the bullet passing through the flesh and the bones. For example, if you hit them straight on and through the eye, it will show you the bullet flying through your rifle, through the eye, smashing through the skull and the brain, and exiting the skull. Very satisfying to see, I must say. The stealth mechanics are very fine tuned as well, and gives you ample time to hide before being detected. If you are found out, you better be prepared to fight or run, because you will be swarmed by enemies if you are detected. You can play aggressively or stealthy, it's up to you. But being aggressive is a much harder route, as you'll have to fight more enemies and you'll get shot a lot more. Whereas being stealthy does take a bit longer to do, but it'll be a lot easier as you won't have to fight as much people and you can just sneak by them if you have enough cover. That's all I have to say about the gameplay. On to the multiplayer section, let's get into it. The multiplayer isn't really anything special either. It's like The Last of Us when it had a multiplayer mode. It didn't really need one, but it was a fun addition for a while, but then it just gets boring after a while. It's fun for a few games, then it gets tedious. It's just like people on the other side of the map trying to kill each other. The survival mode's quite fun though, especially if you're playing it with friends. It's a bit like Black Ops 2 survival, which is always a fun time. Like if you remember playing Town, you just try and survive that one wee area with waves and waves of enemies coming towards you, or zombies I should say. That's what it's like here, but it makes you move the bit you resupply, which makes it interesting how you play, because you'd have to place your mines in that a lot more carefully. But it is quite fun doing that, but not the actual multiplayer modes like Capture the Flag or Team Deathmatch. That's going to do it for the multiplayer section. Let's go on to the final rating. After playing through the game and a bit of the multiplayer, I'm a bit disappointed to say the least. In between the moments where you're hitting amazing sniper kills, it does get a bit boring, and I found myself bored halfway through the campaign. And the multiplayer is a bit lacklustre as well. I feel the game didn't have to have a multiplayer mode, but it does have its moments. If you like Metal Gear Solid, I think you'd like this game as well, because that's like your type of game, sneaking around, trying to kill folk stealthily and not getting caught. But with all this in mind, I'd give the game a 6 out of 10 and a download. It's not the worst PlayStation Plus game, but not the best. It's not my type of game, but it might be yours, so say give it a try and see what you guys think of it. But that is going to do it for today's video though, guys. Tell me what you thought of this kind of review video. I'm going to do a lot more in the future. I feel like this is what I want my content to be. Like reviews, I'd also like to play some fun gameplay as well, but reviews and fun gameplay is what my channel would be mostly about. Tell me what you thought of the video in the comments though, if you thought it was good, if you want me to stop it. I'm going to still try and do a few more and get better. I'll be getting my PC within 2 weeks, so I'll be using that to edit around the PlayStation, so my videos will be a lot more higher quality. But thanks for watching, like, subscribe and peace.